Hello and welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation. This video is a pre-release for members, so members you get to see it first before it goes on general release tomorrow. Well, apparently, according to the media reports coming out of Glasgow Rangers today, Philippe Clement actually never knew Niels Koppen. Now, the rumour had been that Clement had picked Koppen due to the fact that the two had worked together at Genk, and obviously they were compatriots, countrymen, both from Belgium. But news today in a number of media sources indicates that he didn't actually know Koppen, even though Koppen and him worked together at Genk. Apparently, the first time that Clement met Koppen was when he was talking to the other candidates for the director of football job. That is the first time he actually met him. Now, obviously, this is a relationship that's going to have to develop quickly and have to obviously come together to be effective, as Clement and Koppen will be working together to identify transfer targets ahead of January's transfer window, which is rapidly approaching. I think we all recognise that this is a squad that still needs work, a squad that still needs to have, well, I would say a defender, central defender. I would also say a left back, and I would also say a winger and even a striker as well, despite all that money we wasted in the summer on the likes of Lammers and Dessers. Now, even though Clement does not know Koppen, he is apparently very impressed with Koppen's CV and the background that Koppen has in terms of the work that he did with Genk whilst Clement was there, funnily enough, and also in his work, especially with PSV Eindhoven. As you saw in the general release video, the general release video coming out today at 3 o'clock, which talks a little bit about everything that Koppen has done, the talent that he's brought into PSV Eindhoven, and the amount of money that he's made for the club through sales of some of those players. Now, obviously, as we know that Michael Beale was kind of given the job of director of football as well as manager over the summer, and I think we can all agree he made an absolute disaster of it with his signings. You know, Ross Wilson left in April, and since then Beale was doing both jobs, and I think we can all admit he's done an absolutely awful job. Koppen is tasked by James Bisgrove and John Bennett with developing a thriving player trading model at Ibrox, as he seeks to obviously increase the amount of player sales income that comes into the club, and we're certainly looking to sort of sell on players and make as much money as we did for people like Calvin Bassey, Joe Aribo, and Nathan Patterson. Like I said, a lot of fans believed that the PSV Eindhoven man had been identified and picked by Clement due to the work that he'd done with Clement at Genk, but this now has emerged as not true. Apparently, even though Koppen spent 2 years with Genk before going to PSV Eindhoven, Clement never really crossed paths with him and never really had much to do with him, so doesn't actually know him at all, which obviously goes against what has been said previously. In terms of his relationship with Niels Koppen, Clement, speaking after the St Mirren game, said, I'd been talking with all the candidates together with the members of the board. The first time I talked with Niels, we said it was a pity that we missed each other in Genk. We were there 6 months when I was working with the first team and he was working with the academy. He left after 6 months and went to PSV, and that year we won the championship and he missed the big party. So I didn't know him before we first talked, but of course I took some information from people who worked with him in PSV and Genk, and everybody was really positive. So it's good news that obviously he comes with a stellar recommendation from people who've worked with him. But like I said, it does go against what was being said in the media, that this was Clement's candidate. And I think that's really important because for me, the director of football, although he does have to have a very good working relationship with the manager, he doesn't need to be an echo chamber for the manager. He needs to be a critical friend to the manager. He needs to be someone who can at times say to the manager, no, that's not right, or no, we don't need that player, or we need to look at this player, or this, this contract, we need to sell this player now. Managers are well renowned for wanting to keep players. That's the way they are because it's in their interest. But directors of football can often take that passionate view and think about what is in the best interests of a club. So I think it's important that whilst they do need to develop an effective working relationship, which I'm sure they will, given what Clement has said, it is very important that they don't just become an echo chamber for the manager and they are that critical friend, because I think if we'd had someone like that in the summer, saying to Michael Beale, hang on now, Michael, do we really need that player? Hang on now, Michael, look at this guy's stats. Hang on now, Michael, look at this actual data about this player. We might not have ended with some of the duffers like Dessers and Lammers that we've ended up with. So, guys, let me know what you think are in the comments of this revelation, this news that this is obviously that Clement did not handpick him, that he's not Clement's man, that he obviously previously didn't know him. But like I said, I'm confident that Koppen can come in and do a good job, given what Philippe Clement has said and given what we've heard from sources at PSV Eindhoven and previously his previous club, Genk. Thanks for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation. As always, guys, please smash the like on the way out. And remember, always, we are the people.